Hello, hello, hello! Wow! Westhoff, Seth, and Bahamut all here for the pre-roll. It's pretty big group for me. Hope everyone is doing well. Getting in on the temperature train. It's my computer says it's 13 degrees Fahrenheit here, so a little warmer than Seth, a little colder than Bahamut, a lot colder than Westy. Yep, hope everyone's doing well. Hoping to get further into Outer Wilds today. Oh yeah. Next week, I probably won't be doing Outer Wilds because it's the feast celebrating the beheading of Saint Valentino. So for that, I'll be doing a dating sim, which should be fun. But today we've got a date with Destiny, apparently. Hey, Travis. And yep, Westy, I'll be in the warmer areas as of April, I believe. I think that's when I set it up. Reminds me of an Anther fighting game which had a dating sim made as an April Fool's gag. Okay. I guess we will... Oh, yes! Those Aether games. Haven't played either of those, but I remember seeing something about that. Yep. Well, I'm certainly glad to bring a little bit of joy. Turning stone to moss to make mossy cobblestone. Ooh. Ah. Okay. So, we've got a lot of villages to figure out. Personally, I want to figure out more about the Sunless City. Am I ready for adventuring? Ugh. I wouldn't say ready so much as... agreeing on the inevitability. Yeah, seatbelts are really useful. Magic School Bus theme stuck in your head? Oh. You know, it's kind of weird. First in kindergarten read the books. I knew there was a cartoon, but I'm guessing my affiliate never ran it because I don't remember ever watching it. God, how many times have I done this walk that I am doing this purely by instinct? Okay. Thank you for air. So let's see, which of these floors, well, I guess if I was smart, I'd start at the bottom because this is the one we know we have the least amount of time with. But I think this one, all it does is lead me to the skull. Yeah, this just leads me to the skull. Magic School Bus. See, like, for me, Hey Arnold, Rugrats, those were all, like, middle school shows. Because well, I wouldn't say I'm old, but I am definitely older. Yeah, remember that episode of Clifford the Big Red Dog where they had to get him neutered because he wouldn't stop humping the family's minivan? Oops. Oh, I am sure of it. Grape Ape. Vaguely familiar. I believe that's good old Hanna-Barbera. Okay. So that told me nothing. There has got to be some big area that I have completely missed out on. Yeah, like, I kind of get the whole violence for comedy thing. I'm not saying that's, you know, you're a bad person for liking it, but yeah, it's kind of one of those things. Okay, and this is the grav cannon. Okay, that's this thing. Okay. Hey, Simon. Hope you're doing all right. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what the heck I'm doing here. Yeah, ordered a case of my favorite energy drinks. I only get it once a year. But, yep, got myself a case of balls. Okay. Nomai City, built in the walls of a huge underground cavern. The city is divided vertically into 4 districts. Nomai debated building a sun station in order to power the Ash Twin project. Several Nomai opposed the construction, arguing the failure could result in the destruction of the solar system. More to discover here. We know about that. We know about that. We know about that. Guess we can figure out quantumness. Nomai named Coleus mysteriously vanished the cave at the bottom of the dry lake bed at Ember Twin's North Pole. Strange wandering rock appeared in multiple caves of Ember Twin's northern hemisphere. Another strange rock shard that moves when I'm not watching emits a signal of quantum fluctuation. There's more to explore. And, yeah, I'd imagine Clint probably does drink bowls. Or at least has. Oh yeah, no, soundtrack to this game is pretty fun. Yeah, Owlsguard was definitely a fun game. Oh! Yeah, this is why I try to remember to put on the spacesuit before I do anything else. Hi, Gara. You three just missed me doing the stupid thing. Yeah, yeah. You know, usually I just... Well, typically don't forget my keys, don't forget my phone because I listen to audiobooks on the way to work. I've forgotten my headphones. Mostly forgetting to charge them, but... Yeah, well... It's not the best choice. Yeah. Yeah. It is a bit of a doozy. Friends, you find any sign of Colas? I implore you to tell me. Vanished without trace during a research trip. Been missing ever since. Search for Colas. Tell me about your expedition. Studying the shape of geology. Hope to learn unique and wandering rock. Disappeared in the cave at the bottom of the Drake Lake bed at the North Pole. Yep. Okay, so... This thing has been sheared almost exactly in half. Okay, that's the way out, so let's check the stairs. Yeah. Well, I mean, quantum rock carving would definitely put a different spin on watch what you're doing. Goodness, you! I got questions for you. I don't know if I spotted supernova. Supernovae look like extra bright stars in the naked eye, but if you zoom in with a signal scope, you can tell they're actually enormous explosions. Math stars go supernova at the very end of the lifespan, which someone usually see two in a single day. Why do some of the stars are older than we realize? Tell me, what can I do for you? Well, I found a bunch of stuff. Found Nomai writing about the sun station. Is that what's in orbit around the sun, then, do you think? This sun station? Quite clever, Nomai devised a way to study the sun up close and personal. Might have been tremendously difficult to construct, and hot inside, I can only imagine. Wonder how they were able to travel back and forth from the sun station and the Hourglass Twins, and slight slip-up would mean fiery death. Yeah. Yeah, no, shirt is cute. Okay, I learned Ethol at the Quantum Caves. Oh, right. Okay, posture check. Hydrate. And stretch. Nope. Okay. So, what the hell? Yeah, my ship be borked. I mean, I'm just at the moment trying to figure out freaking anything at this point. Yeah, I don't have a larcenous waifu bot at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, no, it feels like I am throwing darts against the perils of space and expecting an answer. Doesn't seem to be working at the moment. Okay. So, let's take a look at everything we know. Sun Station was designed to make the sun go supernova. It is a bad place. Nomai fired the Sun Station, but had no effect on the sun. They concluded the Sun Station could never cause the sun to go supernova. At failure of the Sun Station, Nomai took a break to investigate a newly arrived comet. According to Nomai computer, our sun has reached the end of its natural life cycle. So, by it blowing up, this is expected. Ember Twin. High energy laboratory. Nomai successfully reproduced the temporal anomaly first observed at the Whitehall Station. Warped objects appear to arrive before they depart. Nomai discovered they could increase negative time intervals between arrival and departure by adding energy to the warp core. Nomai want to know if a 22-minute negative time interval was possible. Haha. They concluded it would require new technology to produce the necessary energy as well as an advanced warp core to handle the energies. Ash Twin was proposed as a location for the project. Okay. Ash Twin Tower Design. Science for each of the towers of Ashton's Equator. Each tower warps to a different planet, although many Nomai were quick to note that the sun is not actually a planet. Each tower was designed to visually reflect its warp destination. Okay. Towers allowed the Nomai to quickly travel between Ash Twin and all other crucial to the Ash Twin project. Okay. So, that definitely is a very cool place. One of 3 Nomai escape pods that crashed in our solar system. All 3 escape pods were launched from something called the Vessel, which is badly damaged. Huge cylindrical structure that generates a strong upward gravity field. I recalled a Nomai shuttle from the Interloper. Nomai City built in the walls of a huge underground cavern. The city is divided vertically into 4 districts. Nomai debated building a sun station in order to power the Ash Twin project. Several Nomai opposed to the construction argue failure could result in the destruction of the solar system. Anglerfish fossil. I don't think that's important anymore. Quantum moon locator. Nomai device created to track the quantum moon's location. Quantum caves. There's more to discover there. Where? Nomai named dry lake bed at Ember Twin's North Pole. Okay. North Pole would lead me to Colas. North Pole would lead me to Colas. I mean, at least that gives me some information. Hi, Quantum Planet. Bye, Quantum Planet. Okay, third time I freaking do that. Because I went and looked at stuff rather than, you know. Yeah, it's not great. Luckily, it's, you know, Groundhog Day rules. Feel like I'm not, have I been to the Black Hole Forge? I feel like I have. Okay. Wow, he got a Suzuki going on. Curious on what I'm looking for? I don't know. Okay, this is Melora and Burr. I think I'm looking for like a Colette? RPD of shirt. Yeah. Yeah. Nomicam Colas, mysterious vanished from a cave at the bottom of a dry lake bed at Ember Okay, bottom of a dry lake bed at the North Pole. dry lake bed. So we are on top of things. Blue is the South Pole. Okay. Oh, that would make sense. Okay, okay, okay. I didn't need those limbs anyway. So this is the dry lake bed they're talking about. The one that's rising. Got it. Okay, so I need to go to Chet's place and get to the bottom before the sand does. Okay. So this is where... Bottom of a dry lake bed. Those are all... These just lead out. Because that cave at the bottom of the lake bed just gave me, like, a nothing sandwich. Cave at the bottom of a dry lake bed at Ember Twins North Pole. Okay. So it is the cave. This is a lake bed. We're at the North Pole. Well, and the cave's already full. Yeah, pizza would be nice. Yeah, scout to light up dark rooms. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay. So I am too stupid for this. Do. Two paths beneath Brittle Hollow's surface leads to observatory. One starts at the gravity cannon, and the other starts at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Yeah, the black. I Wasn't Dark Bramble. I don't think it was in the Interloper. It's been so long. I remember going to a place that was an ice world. Underground. That's the Interloper. Okay. That include like a whole city? Or part of Brittle Hollow. Oh, yeah, I think it was part of Brittle Hollow. Yeah, that was the Northern Glacier. Okay, yeah. Black Hole Forge is suspended below the Hanging City. Found a switch in the Meltwater District, raises and lowers the forge. Yeah, okay. So it's the Hanging City I want to go to. I just want to sit down and eat marshmallows. Tins and tins of marshmallows. Yeah. And never gain a pound. I could eat an entire slice of frosted angel food cake in one bite, like a madman, and be like, yeah, no, it's all good. I mean, true. Yeah. I mean, that is a good way to go. Excuse me. Arm curls. One, two, two, three, two, four, two, five, two, 6, 2, 7, 2, 8, 2, 9, 2, 11, 2, 12, 2, 13, 2, 14, 2, 15, 2, 16, 2, 17, 2, 18, 2, 19, 2, 20, 2, and squats. You guys do know I'm referencing Groundhog Day, right? One, two, 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 three, two, 10, 2. Okay. And then hydrate. So, who do people think is going to win the game tomorrow? I'm going to vote for the Maple Leafs. Yeah. I mean, that is definitely true. I mean, I'm not gonna watch. Hey, tail numbs. Oh, yeah! Because we discovered there's a secret way to this place. Yeah, and I'll be in Boston at the end of the month. Hanging out with tail noms here. Master, I have little hope for that, but... Oh, very cool. Okay, oxygen full. Is that fire? No, it's not fire. Yeah. This is the frozen village I was thinking of. We discovered a lot around here. Oh, yeah. Cool as a cucumber. Just do not roll a cucumber in front of a snap. That is illegal. Or an info to cracking Ashton Project mystery. Okay. Keep those pickles jarred, Bahamut. I mean, pickles are great. I'm not much for the ultra sour kind of pickles. Like, I think kosher is about as heavy as I tend to go. Yeah. Dill's good. I really haven't done pickled eggs. Oh, pickled herring, yeah. Pickled onions can be real damn good, absolutely. Yeah, oh, pickled onions on tacos. Yeah, no, that's damn good. I think you and I had some pickled onions with our tacos at the taco place that was across the street from Anthrocon. Yeah, Canando. Oh yeah, no, it's fun. Yeah. Hey, if anyone wants to play, yeah, we're still waiting for information from the hotel, but it'll be good if we're all in the same place. If anyone wants to head to Anthrocon and be able to get some free boosts, and you just sell a few comic books, Windshare definitely is always looking for extra people to help. Okay, where's the entrance again? Because I'm an idiot. I probably left it at the last place. DoorDash delivered Taco Bell to you and you didn't even order tacos? Well, one, why didn't you order tacos? Like, you should always order tacos. And two, hey, free tacos. Oh, I am definitely looking forward to seeing you as well. Been missing you greatly. You aren't stealing someone's taco order. You are a good person, Bahamut. Don't let anyone say otherwise. I'm nothing special. Ghost matter detected nearby, which is all over the floor here. That's why. Go up and around. I know I could use the camera directly. I don't have to... Well, I do appreciate you telling me, because now I'm just angry at past me. Did I ever read this scroll? Doesn't look familiar. Yeah, no. Always good to receive new information. Why we should build a new vessel. Okay. Probably wouldn't be hard to get parts if we stopped building other new things, and if we broke down structures like the towers on Ash Twin for parts. Yeah. Might have to build a smaller vessel for now, even though vessels are normally large, but we can make it bigger once we reach planets with more resources. Makes sense. Also, help we stop building on many things, search for the Eye of the Universe. I asked Yarrow, he says we use lots of resources on the Ash Twin project. Yeah. Ah, the Eye of the Universe, which, yeah, we figured out a little bit about. You have a warp core for jumping long distance like the vessel have. Poke tells me she plans to make a very advanced warp core for a different project. I'm sure she could connect to the vessel because Poke is smart. Each Nomai clan explores the universe in its own vessel. A vessel is the heart of every clan. It's unusual for Nomai to remain in one place for so long because they're nomads. Haha. Nomads are wanderers and have no permanent home. If we build a new vessel, we could return to our adventurous ways of life. Imagine all the new places we could go. Our clan wouldn't be stuck here in the star system. Even meet other Nomai, learn from them, like Cola said we used to do. Yeah, that's all good information. Yeah, and I mean, I could be wrong, but at this point in the game, while I don't have any hope for the people of this project being alive, yeah, I think, like, the Nomai as a people are not extinct. They just stimky. And how do I know they're stimky? Because in all of this gameplay, I have not seen a shower or a bathroom everywhere. Anywhere. So, Stimkey. School, Meltwater, Eyeshine. Black Hole 4. Black Hole Sun, won't you come? Okay, I remember one of these I could lift and lower it. I would not like this. Like, could you just imagine how many times you snap your ankle walking out of the elevator like that? Not to mention just the sudden change of gravity. Like, your inner ear would go haywire. I guess I wouldn't mind walking on, like, ceilings and crap, but there's a difference between that and, like, using that as a main form of transportation. Black Hole Ford, won't you come? I mean, that's true. So it's currently up. And I can send it down, which actually lifts it up. True, the Nomai are evolved goats, so it does kind of make sense for them to be like, vertical cliffs? Yeah, that's fun. So you definitely got me there, Bahamut. Oh, fruitcake. Wait, what? Oh, you launched. That's great. Great job, you. I guess it means we've been out here for a while, huh? Well, this is Brittle Hollow. Probably knew that. Got caught by one of the Nomai excursion tunnels. Apparently. I'm in a hurry. Can I ask you something? Of course. Anything you want. I learned some stuff. Oh, cool. Okay, I got a lot of crap I can tell you about. Saw the Hanging City at Brittle Hollow. Visited Hanging City? Gosh, how was it? Was it amazing? Was it beautiful? Was it scary? Hanging City is where the Nomai settled permanently on Brittle Hollow. It's their most advanced settlement here. Why they chose to build their most advanced settlement so close to a you-know-what is beyond me. Maybe that kind of thing makes sense to a Nomai, though. Maybe they need the black hole for something. Also, why did they build their city upside down? Structures don't like that. especially solid structures. If you're going to do that, you needed to use like cables and ropes. I learned more stuff. Yeah, well, you can build a great city on rock and roll. Found the Nomai escape pod on Brittle Hollow. Wow, so the Nomai probably came here from somewhere outside the solar system. Must have been in trouble when they launched their escape pod. What kind of trouble? Where did escape pod launch from? Curious. Amazing discovery. Hope we can find out more about how and why the Nomai arrived here. They have gravity manipulating stuff? Bombardment from Hollow's lantern? Yeah. Saw the old settlement. Isn't it amazing? Hard to believe the settlement's still standing, but there it is. That makes you appreciate living somewhere like Timber Hearth, you know? Somewhere that isn't being constantly bombarded with meteors and rocks and stuff. I saw the Sunless City in Ember Twin. And there's another Nomai city inside of Ember Twin? It's incredible. Whole city. No idea it existed. This is great. Super advanced species that overcame upside down problems with gravity tech. Okay. Yeah. 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 How do they keep the sand out? For me, I'm nervous about getting buried in the caves. That awful river of sand. Gosh, Nomai sure were ingenious, building an entire settlement underground. Sunless City. Wow. Means there are two groups of Nomai. One that lived on Ember Twin and one that lived here in Brittle Hollow. Must have traveled around the solar system since Nomai writing can be found on other planets too. Comet and... oh, wow. So that's where the Nomai died. That's really sad. Knew it was a long time ago, but still. Stars above. Luckily we hadn't evolved to live on land yet. Think Comet hadn't killed them, our species might have coexisted in the solar system. That would have been amazing. But guess we'll learn why the Nomai disappeared. I'd never have left Timber Hearth and come out here, or any of these adventures. Ability to make black and white holes for travel, yeah. Don't get me wrong, space is terrifying, but, you know, has its moments. What should I explore? Oh, where shouldn't you explore? Not the black hole, actually. That's very no. It's unfortunate because most stuff is all below the crust, including the Hanging City, just to the north. You can kind of see it from here. Those are big tomes in the south called the Southern Observatory. You can't get from inside the surface. Trust me, I tried. Probably a path beneath the crust somewhere. Yeah, that's... the archaeologist. Brittle Hollow is rich with Nomai history. That's why I'm here. Planet is an absolute treasure trove of culture, history, and science. Have any questions about Brittle Hollow Nomai? I'm your Hearthian, or I have some knowledge of them. I mean, maybe I can help. Okay. Yeah. Definitely want to get up there somehow. Venus and Mars had remained habitable. Okay, so. I speak this as someone for a lover of especially vintage science fiction. Um, Mars can't be habitable. Um, so hydrate, absolutely. Tail Numbs would be able to explain better than I can, but pretty much Mars has a problem with stretch, absolutely. It is not dense enough. There is not enough matter in the center of the planet to hold on to an atmosphere. Um, like, if Earth was a piece of granite, Mars is more of a lump of pumice. They're both the same size thereabouts, but one's full of air and the other is full of granite. There's not enough mass to keep things there. There is so little mass there. Like it has two moons, but if I want to say, Mars core cooled and it lost its magnetic shielding. Yes, it no longer is liquid. That does not help. Yeah, I want to say their moons are close enough to the surface that like our airplanes would have run into them if they were there. So, now Venus. It's got an atmosphere. As far as I can tell, it's chlorine. Which is not ideal. Venus is more terraformable than Mars. Probably. I'm not as familiar with the surface of Venus. You can float habitats on the cloud deck of Venus. Okay, so that is a very dense atmosphere. A lot of destroyed terrain. Okay. So yeah, it sounds like Venus. Again, it would be more beneficial to have. Yeah, it is extremely hot, and the atmosphere is very dense. Absolutely. Venus also has another huge problem of there being giant frogs everywhere. And sometimes when they join your party, they take over the position of your rocket jockey, and you're never able to continue with the game. Or am I just thinking of Buck Rogers again? I need to get back to playing that. I might do a bit of cheating because, yeah. I think I might have put points in the wrong thing for some people. Yeah, giant frogs are great. Most of the Venus's atmosphere is CO2. Okay. If it's carbon dioxide, I almost think we could do something with that. Cool Venus down and try to get the atmosphere down to levels of pressure isn't an issue. Okay. Acid rain, that is a big problem. So as far as carbon dioxide levels go, you could cover that by essentially shooting missiles full of algae onto Venus. Algae photosynthesizes, and what that would do is it would absorb the carbon dioxide and it would give off carbon and oxygen. Only problem is while we humans like breathing oxygen, we only like breathing a little bit of oxygen. Most of our air is nitrogen. So if sulfur would, helps it make not go kaboom. Now, sulfur is a replacement for nitrogen, because if I recall right, in my no, it's not, because sulfur is a replacement for oxygen. Sulfur is below oxygen. I thought sulfur was below nitrogen. Yeah. Well, nitrogen is nitrogen. Yeah, nitrogen is about 70% of our air, oxygen about 20, 10% other gases. About 20 to 25 is our oxygen. And pure oxygen, we can breathe, but it's not healthy. Too much of a good thing. Anyway. Trees detected. Oh, astronomy is definitely fun. Yeah, like, really, you shouldn't be drinking distilled water or purified water. It's, technically not something you want to do. Okay. So, here, speaking, as you know, I'm an idiot. So I don't know a lot. Travis and Tail Noms, you know more than I do. Now, while, yes, space is quote-unquote cold because there isn't a lot of matter there, so that there isn't a lot of vibration, which causes heat. Now, because there is no place for the energy to go, if you're in space, you're not gonna, like, freeze solid, because there's nowhere for the... please, at this point, yeah, my brain is borked. Place where you use extremely distilled pure water, and they like drop some of that water, and you might as well say, yeah. Yeah, I think hints are fine at this point, where I'm like, my brain is broken. I know I want to get into that thing. I just am not sure how. Easier way to get there than through the Sunless City. Only 3 ways for an object to give off heat. Radiation, conduction, and convection. Only radiation works in space. Oh, this is the Sunless City. Okay. For some reason, I thought the Sunless City was the, city that the sand was in. Okay. Easier way to get there than through here, and not sure it's possible. Yeah, this is the Hanging City. Okay, this is the Hanging City. That's fine. Spartacus and the Sun Beneath the Sea? Absolutely. Space, way you die, yeah. Expand from the gases, yep. You don't freeze because there's nothing to take the heat away. The negative pressure makes your blood boil instantly. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. We are... Well, I mean... Put a balloon in a vacuum tube and take away the atmosphere. And, yeah. That's kind of what'll happen. You kind of go pop. I said evocative names I promptly forgot. No, I understand. Yeah, you get the full brunt of the sun. Yeah. That's always nice, too. I understand why the Nomai were using very simple names, but yeah, it doesn't help us. Okay, it feels like... Really, the way I want to get in there is through that teleporter. Southern Observatory first. Okay. That's obviously not here. No. Yeah, we haven't had decompression in space yet. I watched a interview with Chris Hadfield because my God, he is a very charismatic scientist. But asphyxiation in the Soyuz. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, Hadfield is awesome. But yeah, he was describing how I guess one of his gloves decompressed. And it was like, oh, my hand is not doing good things right now. Chatted with him on a ham radio. That is fucking amazing. Okay. The amazing bit he was at space at the time. That is even more fucking amazing. So, yeah, from what most people describe, space smells. ISS has a ham radio. You can just call it up and when it's in range. That's fucking amazing. Yeah, it smells like metal, but more specifically, it apparently smells like burning hot dog. And from what, yeah, like burnt ozone. I believe what the scientists there have figured is it is a combination of the metal which the space station is, or the space vessels are made out of, plus literally all of the dead skin cells that we are constantly giving off essentially get flash, exposed when exposed to outside, and then you inhale it and you're like, huh, that smells fucking weird. And apparently a lot of people have said, like, burnt meat, burnt hot dogs, a lot of it's ozone, which, yes, sniffing ozone isn't healthy. It smells good. I know when I'm working on electronics to not inhale. Smells so good. Thank you, Gara. I am so glad I am not the only one. I am so glad that I can be like, you know what smells good? This carcinogenic. Mmm. We all know not to, but we all do it anyway. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we shouldn't be drinking ethyl alcohol. But we do. We shouldn't be smoking cigarettes. But we do. We humans. And that's not even just a human thing. I mean, good God. Anyone who's owned a pet knows exactly the pet wants to do the thing that will hurt it the most. And you're like, no, don't do that. Stop licking the lead paint, Fluffy. And Fluffy's like, Now I know why the Romans built everything out of this. Oh, absolutely. Yep, dogs and chocolate. I mean, chocolate is human, or is deadly to humans. You want to lick osmium? I mean, if you want to go somewhere over the rainbow, that is definitely a way to do it. Laughing when a cat repeatedly kicks himself in the face. Yeah. Like, I'm always wondering when cats do that, are they like, when we slap ourselves in the face, are you like either psyching yourself out or trying to wake up? Yeah. Oh yeah, hot peppers. Let's make a chemical that will protect us from herbivores. Humans. Burn! So, while I can't say, do you know why they do that, because, well, I mean, I guess it's not a conscious thing, obviously, but it's to get mammals to stop consuming the seeds in the peppers, because we tend to chew and we don't go very far. But birds don't have that part of the taste bud. So if a bird eats the seed, a lot of times they just swallow it. And birds cannot taste capsicum. And bird will fly far away, and in its excrement will send seeds far away. And plants like having their seeds go far away because, one, plants are a life form that has to compete with its own children. Hot peppers and cool mints. Yeah, sounds about right. Mint also. It's poisonous to us. Mint is poisonous to us. Chocolate's poisonous to us. Hot peppers are poisonous to us. It would require huge amounts to be fatal. But yeah, theoretically, we're not supposed to eat those. It's all worth it. Yeah, Seth. Caffeine. I say as I'm drinking a V8 Energy Orange Pineapple drink. Yep, dose makes the poison. Yes. Lack of caffeine is more dangerous. Yes, you can get water poisoning that way. But yes, lack of caffeine, there is a correlation between the speed of human civilization increasing and the point which a civilization discovers a caffeine source. So, like, in China, it was chai or tea. In South America and the Americans, it was coca, and it was in Americas it was coca. In the Middle East it was coffee. And yeah, Kako. Yep, coffee is Middle East. Fun history fact. I forget who was the Pope at the time. Coca is a New World plant, and the Mayans and the Aztecs fucking drank that thing like there was no tomorrow. Much different than how we have it. Growing up in Arizona, I've had chocolate, and it's like, I think I prefer when we added all the sugar. So when I think it was during some of the Crusades, so we had a lot of popes during that time, but bacon coca, yeah, that is definitely closer to actual, Mexican chocolate. So yeah, I guess during the Crusades, some of the like the Inquisitors and the Church, etc., were trying to get coffee banned because it's a vice and people are addicted. It's addictive, and it comes from those brown people in the Middle East, and nothing good comes from brown people in the Middle East, which is why we paint our Jesus like a white person, even though that's definitely not what he looked like. but they were trying to get coffee banned. And apparently the Pope nixed that. It was just like, no. This is a gift from God, and we are not banning coffee. And I think it was just because the Pope was like, do you know how many people would kill us? These people are already very addicted to this drink. I'm addicted to this drink, and if you take it away from me, that's gonna be bad. A couple of months ago, I was listening to Nick Offerman do a reading of A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. I can tell why our school didn't have us read that one, because, wow, that is the most anti-religious book I have ever read, and it's amazing. 2, you would not expect essentially a science fiction book, since it's a time travel book, from just after the Civil War to bring up the fact that things like caffeine withdrawal and tobacco withdrawal are real things. Because I think by chapter 5, Arthur is on the detoxes and, like, really angry. And it's mentioned, oh yeah, it's because I haven't had a cigarette or coffee in, like, ever. And I can't get it here. Connecticut Yankee, ooh. 1870s, I think. Let me see. $1889. Hydrate, absolutely. Wonder what the first time travel work was. That depends on how you define it. Bring on the Bard. Okay. Yep. 1001. Absolutely. Destroyermen, definitely. Wells is definitely after that. Wells is 1900. Okay, this is from Twelfth Night. All right. And this is Act 2, Scene 5 in Olivia's garden. Enter Maria. Maria. Get ye all 3 into Box Tree. Melvino's coming down this walk. He has been yonder in the sun, practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour. Observe him, for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close in the name of jesting. Lie thou there, for here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling. Ooh. Yeah, no, 12th Night's good. Okay. So, tickling trout. Yes. Essentially, all that means is you're standing in a river and you're putting your hands in the water, waiting for a trout to go between your legs so you can pull it up. Poaching thing, yeah. So you're not using nets, you're not using rods, etc. So it's very easy to deny. But, yeah. People have done crazy things all throughout history. And, yeah. I'm gonna stare at this again. Because I feel like I don't think we learned much of anything in these 2 hours. Okay, this is all the stranger. So I can ignore this. Oh, absolutely. Okay, ruptured core. A large ruptured stone looks like exploded from the inside. No my trace streams. Okay, I vaguely recall dealing with this. Yeah. This is all from the stranger. And none of those seem to lead to other things. Vessel crashed somewhere in the dark bramble. Vessel's warp core broke when the ship crashed. Okay. Okay, Dark Bramble does not have a moon. Into a certificate astral body. Yeah, there's a ship in Dark Bramble. The vessel. Okay, Know My Grave. We found this. Frozen jellyfish. We found this. Found Feldspar's camp. Launched my scout in the sea at the Know My Grave and took photos of enormous derelict Know My ship. Okay. So while I saw it, I didn't get to it. I need to find some other way to get to the vessel. Okay. try for one more thing. Okay, this will lead us to the escape pod. Of course. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, that's the escape pod. So I guess the question becomes... where to escape from? Yeah. I remember to put my suit on this time, right? I'm pretty sure I searched the pod for logs. And I found that they were big and they were heavy and they were wood. Escape pod crashed. Tried to flee the place. Not as long as we could. Pod supplies, breathable air is nearly depleted. Anglerfish. Turn to the vessel and either repair the damage or wait rescue. Message finished. Vessel's beacon is already going fainter. It will be gone in a matter of hours. You need to leave here quickly. Okay, so the vessels... Mortally injured. Depart from vessel. Now launching escape pod 3. Do not exit pod, but they were running out of air, so... Okay, this is where we could see it. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I think the distortion is kind of part of okay. So I want to find scout that's 2.1 kilometers away. Hi. We're like two Leviathans just right there. Yeah, I know, turn off my light. I thought I turned off my light earlier. Oh yeah, they're blind. Okay, we're doing this. I can't have an entire stream of me doing 2 hours with zero freaking progress. Oh, I ain't saying I got this. Not one iota. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, just a bit. Oh my. I mean, Ajani would look good in a cheerleader's outfit. Thank you. Didn't think I'd be able to get that. That they are. Yep. So leaving any of the seeds brings you out of everywhere, and turning on any thruster activates the anglers. Wait, what? Not that. My landing gear really matters much, but... You know, especially when I do freaking that. Okay, it feels like the red ones are the ones I'm going for. Yep. Well, nearly got there. Most tense parts of the game? Yeah, feels like it. Ugh. I am a bad motherfucker. Bring all the chicks and the sucker. Oh, good hunter. Of course! Well, he wanted to show you how terrible a hunter you are and be like, I guess I have to feed this family. Does put his kill count for the season higher than most of the cats. Oh my. Mother, mother, I thirst for blood, mother. Vampire cats, otherwise known as cats. The heck is that thing? Or did you start the day by licking at your blood? Well, okay. First time, every time. So it does turn out that most obligate herbivores also tend to be carnivores of convenience. Hydrate, absolutely. Squats, okay. I'll do the squats first. Yeah. I mean, meat makes us, so theoretically. Oh, this is fucking hell! Also, how can sound travel here? Because I don't think there's an atmosphere. What are those? Yeah, I think those are eggs. Yeah, I thought it was far enough away from them. All but one, it looks like. Well, today on All Things Considered, I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Oh, well, should be able to use thrusters at lowest power if I'm careful, yeah. Yeah, thought I was far enough away. Oh, and there's the full moon. I mean, I should do extra innings on this game anyway, since I'll be playing something different next week. Okay, thank you, Gara. Hope you have a good sleep. See you tomorrow for more bringing back the dead. No problem. Have a good evening. Thanks for dropping by, Travis. Yep. See you tomorrow if I do. If not, hope you have a great day. Crap. Even the freaking... I just wanted to tilt my angle. Okay. Last time. Because I feel if I continue with this, my frustration will kill my ability. Whoever made this game knew what they were doing with this section? Absolutely. I mean... Oh. Yeah. So, let's see who's, out and about. Yep, see you all tomorrow. Let's do Jaded Demoness, who's doing Shonix X Shadow Generations. You know, when you do a name X name, that's usually smooching. Anyway, have a great one, folks. Thanks all for dropping by, and tomorrow, a little more shooty. Have a good one, folks. Doop doop doo 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 doo. Yep,